Now Harbhajan joins us. Harbhajan, you missed the start of our discussion, and I told Suresh that this is that moment. 4 years I waited, so my heart is beating a little faster. But he told me all is well. Just relax. Are you feeling like that?
Yeah, all is well. Apart from my suit, my dress code is not right, but otherwise all is well. I think Team India is ready for this. It's been a long journey. They have played they have played great sort of cricket, to reach to the semis, but not to be worried. This is going to be a great game of cricket, and India is a superior team in this semi-final. I believe New Zealand, they were probably better team when they were playing in 2019, but it's not the case this time. I think Indian team will be rolling over them.
Okay, the T-shirt of Harbhajan reminds me, it's my favorite cartoon character. And the Indian team right now seems to be playing Mickey Mouse cricket. When I say Mickey Mouse cricket, as in they're making it look so easy when they're beating the remaining team, that it looks like a one-sided contest. But one question that I want to ask you both. Let's say hypothetically, you have the option of choosing a semi-finalist in the 4 that you've got. Which would be the toughest semi-final if India were to face? Would it be New Zealand? Would it be in Australia? Would Indian team be happy that they're drawn New Zealand, or they would have been happier had they got South Africa or Australia? Let's start.
I think they are happy with the New Zealand.
Okay.
And because non-stop, as Bajuba said, Indian team looked very, very superior. They're ticking all the boxes, batting, bowling, fielding. But the most important thing, Rohit Sharma captaincy. He changed the difference. Now he's playing in the home ground. Whichever team comes, one team has to win. It has to be India, because the way they're scoring runs, he's been starting with great strike rate. KL Rahul in form, Virat Kohli in form, Suresh also got 100. We don't have anything error right now, because you just need to go out there, play good 100 overs, then you're going to play the final.
Why I asked which would be that opponent that India would like?
I think it doesn't matter when you play the quality of cricket Team India have played. They would not mind anyone coming into the semis. They have beaten Australia, they have beaten South Africa, and then they have beaten this New Zealand team as well. So they don't mind actually playing anyone. But when you have to win the final, or you want to win the final, you kind of have to beat anyone who comes your ways. So it doesn't matter. So New Zealand is there. So whether we liked it or they don't like it or whatsoever, we still have to play this game and win this game convincingly going forward, which I believe they will do so.
And Bajube, do you feel like now we are not playing the quarterfinal? Straight away we're playing the semi-final. Earlier when we used to play, you played a lot of World Cups. Straight to the semis, one mistake can be...
Yeah. I mean...
You guys played against Australia in 2011, quarterfinal.
Yeah, we played that quarterfinal. That was actually kind of a semi-final for us. And then we played the final against Pakistan, which was a semi-final. No, but that final against Sri Lanka wasn't that difficult a task, what we faced two oppositions earlier. So I believe semi-final, as he's saying, that one mistake, anybody can make the error. But I do believe that this team will not make that sort of mistake. They have learned from 2019 and have reached to this level. They would want to go out there and give their best shot. And whatever happens, they'll still remain the champions. Doesn't matter, one game, it doesn't make them a loser or whatsoever. Whatever happens tomorrow, whether India go on to win or they go on in the final or they lose tomorrow. For us, they'll remain the champions.
The reason I asked, which would be that one opposition they wouldn't want? Because
Australia, probably.
Australia
is one of those strong teams. They have won the World Cups. They know how these big games are played. They have the experience. So, India would not want Australia to be in the final, or
in semis.
Yes, they want. Yeah, no. Even in the final, when India gets to the final, they want South Africa to be there, because beating South Africa will be easier than beating Australia. But at the moment, yes, New Zealand is there. They will fight. They'll not just bundle like the other teams, and this ground will probably suit them. So it'll be a great game. But yes, I'm hoping that India will come on top.
The reason I asked that question is because if you look at South Africa, you look at Australia and New Zealand, India has beaten all of them this World Cup. But the only team that gave India a fight, and India won just by 4 wickets, you went down to, even Shami had to come out and bat. That's not happened with India in any other team, in any other game this tournament. And that was a New Zealand team without a Kane Williamson. Now he comes back into the team. So does that then present them the toughest challenge of this World Cup facing this New Zealand team?
I think he's played a lot of final, as I said earlier. They played 2015 final, 2019. They've beaten us in WTC final also. But I think Wankhede wicket is very, very, batting wicket. As Bhajupa said, they just need to play 100 overs good cricket because we don't have anything error right now in our team. Everyone is prime form. They know they're now playing the semi-final game. So they need to play the A game. They're not playing the opposition. They are playing the semi-final among each other because Rohit is in very, very good form. Then if we score 260, imagine, we have a kind of bowling lineup, we can easily defend the target. So they are not thinking. That's why they are playing so aggressive. Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, 12 overs, 90, 100. It's going to happen because if Rohit win the toss, definitely he put score on the board. He will say, I'm going to bat first. Because 360, 350 will be very, very good total in Wankhede.
But I believe that if Rohit win the toss tomorrow at Wankhede, since I played a lot of cricket there, I believe they're going to chase. Because that's probably the only ground where India would look to chase rather than defend. They don't mind defending the kind of bowling lineup we have, but this ground is a chasing ground.
Can I tell you a stat? Because we played it.
Don't worry about these just World Cup few
Don't
games.
look at these games.
These few games, of course, have gone a different way altogether. But if you take 10 years history of IPL, of a lot of cricket being played in this kind of condition where the dew comes into play. So I think this is a chasing ground. Yes, it's a big game. You want to have runs on the board, but that method is a old method. I think chasing can be a good option. You see other day what Maxwell did. It was a game to watch, game to remember. But one man you need to stand there, and one man can make a difference when it comes to batting. This is purely a batting paradise wicket. So if at all, New Zealand batting second, they would fancy their chances. Chasing 300, I can tell you. Because they might not be able to against this bowling lineup, but they would give themselves a better chance by chasing, not putting runs on the board.
Let me take you live to the Wankhede Stadium. The Indian team had a press conference a short while ago. They are practicing as we speak. Rahul Rawat joins us live from there. Rahul, tell us about the pitch. I believe you've had a sneak peek. Is it the same pitch that we're hearing that was used in that Afghanistan-Australia game where Maxwell got that 200, or is it a different strip? And if it is, what's the report like? Is it going to be a batting paradise that we always see at the Wankhede?
Nikhil, what I have seen, in fact, yesterday also I saw that wicket. It looks a little bit dry, to be very honest. And no, it's not that wicket on which Maxwell got that double 100. In fact, this is the wicket on which India and, in fact, South Africa and Bangladesh played. South Africa in that game won the toss, elected to bat first, got 382, in which Quinton de Kock got that 175, and Bangladesh, they folded up for, I believe, 230 odd runs. So this is the same wicket. And a little while back, in fact, at around 5 p.m., the pitch was being rolled. A light roller was being used at that time. And here, if you go by the convention, I agree. In fact, I was listening to your conversation before the break where Harbhajan Singh, he said that, going by the convention, because he's played quite a lot of cricket here at Wankhede, it is always advisable that you bat second. But what has happened in this World Cup, I think it will definitely play into the minds of the Indian team, especially with the ball. Forget about how well they have batted in the first innings. Also with the ball, under lights, how the ball has done. It moves a bit here. In fact, it moves more than any other ground, and it moves for a longer duration also, the ball. So I think that will be playing on their mind, and New Zealand definitely would not want to face the Indian fast bowlers under lights on this ground. So if New Zealand if they have any chance, I think it would be if they win the toss and elect to bat first. I think that will be their best chance to win this game because it will be a packed house tomorrow, and David Beckham will also be in attendance for this game. He's being brought here as the ambassador for UNICEF. I believe Harbhajan Singh will also get an opportunity to meet the football legend.
Okay, so I'm going to
Thank
give
you,
him a
Rahul.
jersey.
No,
to get it signed from David
Sure,
Beckham.
sure, I'll do that. But good kind of piece we heard from him.
Okay.
You know, saying it that this is not the same wicket where Maxwell got those runs. Sorry, I'm taking your chance.
No,
because,
please.
You know, this wicket plays a very, very important role in one khede. If you leave it bit dry and it just tend to slow down, you know, from the first inning to the second inning, it just becomes a totally different wicket altogether. So, Rahul, thank you for that information. In that scenario, you know, batting first would be the best option. Of course, if the wicket will get bit slower, and then the ball will, you know, not come to the bat, and spinners will play a big role. And of course, not to forget India playing New Zealand in home conditions, there will be some assistance for the spinners. So there might be a chance we see 3 spinner playing. You know, if the wicket starts spinning, you know, if the wicket is bit drier, so we might not see another seamer. So
But how do you fit an Ashwin in? Who goes out? That's going to be a big
yeah, that is something I need.
you need time to think about.
Yeah, I need to because what information he gave me, it's a dry wicket where it'll ball will spin. If the ball will spin, you rather play 3 spinner than 3 seamer. You know, although your seamers are in great shape, looking good, they have taken wickets. You play Shami and Bumrah, and then you attack with Ashwin, Jadeja, and Kuldeep
Virat
Yadav.
Kohli also, he took a wicket last game. Rohit Sharma also
That's
took a wicket.
very interesting. Also because New Zealand have so many left-handers, and we've not had an off-spinner, you know, in that squad. Last time you played them, you had Ravindra Jadeja. In fact, interestingly, that was a game where Jadeja did not pick up a wicket. There are too many left-handers in there.
No, Bajupa has a valid point. That's why he said, that's what, if Ashwin comes, but it's going to be tricky as...
Who do you drop? If
because
you drop
Shami looks
Siraj,
good, Bumrah also look good, but if the wicket is like what Rahul said, you never know, we might see Ashwin in the semi-final also. That's what happened in 2011 also.
2011 also.
Ashwin played in quarter-final, but Ashish Nehra played in the semi-final because Mahi knew, because Pakistan plays spin really well. Bajupa, Yupa bowled really well against Pakistan. You never know if the wicket is turning. We saw Rahul and Vikram Paji was there. They saw the wicket when they landed in Mumbai. Might be
actually, that's exactly what happened. Rahul Dravid and Paras Mamre and Vikram Rathore went straight to the ground as soon as they landed from Bangalore, went and saw the pitch. In fact, I've seen the pictures of it. It looks brown, a little more brown than the usual Wankhede pitch that we've seen so far. The one thing before we listen to the 2 captains as well, the one thing I wanted to find out, because you said you should chase, one thing that we've noticed in this World Cup.
I said chase
earlier.
because if the wicket is good,
like that.
you know, if it having bit of grass on it, you know, it will hold nicely, and then you can chase down. But what Rahul just mentioned, it's a bit more drier, it's more browner. Then of course you don't want to chase. You want to rather put runs on the board and look to defend.
The one thing that I really wanted to check from the 2 of you is that one thing that we have seen in this, and why teams are reluctant to chase here, is that first 1 hour when you come out to chase, it's been very tough. I was seeing 4 wickets falling in the power play and an average score of 40. Compare it to the first inning, just 1 wicket falling, and the power play score is much higher. So there's a big difference. Average first inning score here 350, average second inning score 188. There's a big difference. Why is it that first 1 hour very tough, whereas in the IPL you have teams that can chase?
I would say the weather, because we are playing in November. When Mumbai also, Maharashtra also gets a bit windy, gets very chilly, because we are playing the World Cup in November. We play the IPL in May, June.
Okay.
That was the difference. The match also starting 2 o'clock. Then we have a 1 hour to swing the ball and seam also. That's what no team is chasing well. We have seen South Africa. They scored a lot of runs first inning. When they chase, they always look bit confused how to chase the target. But India looked very solid. Whenever they're batting, they always scored 380, 390. Whenever they have chased, they chase really well.
Okay.
But I think Rohit will bat first, because that's what the bowling unit he has, because the Bajupa said Wankhede brings a lot of swing, seam. The wicket is turning. We have Jadeja, Kuldeep, and Rohit Sharma also bowling. 1-2 over from Virat, 1-2 over from Rohit Sharma. Doesn't make a difference to Indian bowling lineup.
The one thing that we've seen here, and many people believe that because it's an early start, So at that twilight, when the sun is going, that 1 hour becomes tough and the ball swings and seems a bit more compared to other time. Is that the reason that 1 hour is important? And if it is, if India is chasing, can Rohit change his natural approach where he's been attacking throughout this World Cup, change that to become a little bit more careful, finish that 10-over spell, then attack?
Depends, if it does the same tomorrow. If it doesn't, then he just continue to bat the way he batted throughout the World Cup. You have to see the condition. That 1 hour twilight, what you're talking about, is a difficult period. Suddenly the light comes and as he mentioned, that conditions get a bit cooler, and because of the sea breeze, you'll always see new ball doing a bit in Mumbai. That 1 hour is tough period. But in that period, if the ball is not swinging, not particularly every day the ball will swing. That depends, how much pressure you will put. Sometimes putting pressure on the bowler will take away everything from that bowler. So I think if the ball is swinging, you have to kind of respect the conditions and play to according to the conditions, which Rohit and other batters will do that. But if the conditions are allowing them to play their shot, there's no need to change. There's no need to think about this is semi-final. Just play like the way they've been playing, like champions, and they'll come out with the flying colours.
Finally, before we wrap up, not left with too much time, predictions from you. 65-35 you said, right?
Absolutely.
India winning, 80%.
80% chance, irrespective of what happens at the toss,
matter.
no need to worry.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, no need to worry. As we heard from both our experts in Harbhajan Singh, Suresh Raina, looking ahead to that big semi-final. Thank you so much for taking our time speaking to us on India today, building up to that big game.